So how you spend the first part of your day could be the most important thing to set you up for your health and your wellness and to have a really strong and positive day. And so I thought I'd share with you some of the things that I do in the morning as part of my morning routine that might help you in terms of setting up your morning routine. So some things for me are non-negotiable in the morning. Starting by sitting outside in the natural light first thing in the morning really is important. So making sure that I'm waking up potentially with natural light or in a gentle way and not with an alarm that is shocking your system awake. If you are waking up jolted by an alarm, that is not a great way to start the day. So that is the first thing. You want to wake up as gently and as naturally as possible. You can even get alarm clocks nowadays that will mimic the rising of the sun and the birds chirping and will wake you gently. Or if you have some natural light that does come through in the morning and wakes you up in that way, or a very gentle alarm that you would use. And then instead of reaching for your phone, which I know is something that we all want to do, you want to put your phone away and you want to come outside and spend the first part of your day outside, come rain or shine. Find a spot, if it is raining, where you're covered, but you can still have your feet on the ground. I've got nothing on my feet, so feet straight on the ground. Eyes in the light. If you're going to wear glasses, you want to make sure that you take those off. And now you're ready to start the first part of your day. First thing I like to do in the morning is I like to have my lemon water. So I have some freshly squeezed lemon. I use about half a lemon and I squeeze it into warm water, not too hot that it's going to make the lemon even more acidic in your system, just enough that it's warm enough to set your digestive system in motion. So what this is going to do, the warm water is going to get your gut moving in the morning and really clean out anything that's left over from the night. Now, the lemon is interesting. It's acidic in your stomach, so it's going to help clear up anything in your stomach that shouldn't be there left over from the night. Your stomach is an acidic environment, and that's what you want. And then once it's digested, it's actually alkaline, and it's going to help to alkalize your system. So this is a great way to start the day. And I like to put some electrolytes or some trace mineral salts in here. You can put some Celtic salt in, some of the harvest table electrolytes, some trace mineral drops, whatever works for you, so that you're also getting your minerals that you've lost over the night. You're replacing those and you're starting your day already on a strong footing. Then I like to come out, while I'm sitting outside, I like to have some time really with my eyes to the sky, and that's what we would call it. So you're getting that natural light into your system. Now, this does a few things. The most important thing is it's going to reset your circadian rhythm, which is really the natural rhythm that your body runs by. And it's actually going to settle your cortisol levels, which I find so interesting. So if you are someone who's wanting to lose weight and just really struggling with that, if you are a very stressed person and your cortisol levels are out of sync because of stress, that can actually then also impact your insulin, and that can cause weight issues. So if you are struggling with weight issues, then just getting your eyes to the sky is a great way to start the day. If you struggle with sleep or have any kind of stress, this is a really important way to start the day. So I like to do this wherever I am in the world as well. If you travel, and you suffer from jet lag, this is a great thing to do. When you get to a new place, you get back into this rhythm of straight away eyes to the sky in the morning, and that is going to help your body settle into a new rhythm. So eyes to the sky in the morning, and then at night, making sure that you're not getting blue light in your eyes at the end of the day, that you're using blue light glasses at the end of the day. That's really going to help with setting your circadian rhythm. The other great thing that I'm doing now while I'm sitting outside is grounding. So grounding or earthing, I've got my feet on the earth and no socks or anything between my feet and the ground. Grounding is a phenomenal thing to do. I actually think that grounding and fasting are really two of the greatest gifts that God has given us for health and wellness. So we're going to talk about fasting in weeks to come and different ways to incorporate that into your life. But grounding, not only good for you, but also what I'm realizing is any of these healthy habits that you can do for your pets as well is really great for them. So if you're outside and your dogs are outside with you, great opportunity for them to do grounding too. So grounding in a nutshell is this. So the earth has negative ions that it releases, and those negative ions are going to remove any positive ions from your body. Think about when you did biology back in school, and you might have learned about water moving through a cell membrane. So if there was more alkaline on one side, more acidic on the other, whatever, the water would move until it would balance everything out, whatever that process was. It's the same thing when you stand on the ground. If we are full of more positive ions, which are causing negative impacts on your body, that can be caused by stress, through eating things that we shouldn't be eating, oxidation in the body, any of those things form positive ions in the body. And the earth, as soon as you stand on it, almost instantly is going to make your body negative. So within about 15 minutes, your entire body will be alkaline through standing on the ground. It really is an incredible gift, and probably one of the reasons why we've had such a dramatic increase in disease and sickness is because we have lost our touch with the ground. Such a simple thing. So there are various ways that you can ground. You can obviously sit feet on the ground. There are grounding straps and mats and things that you can purchase. I sleep with a grounding strap on my foot so that I'm grounding through the night. And the more that you want to deal with in your body, the more you want to ground. So you might want to look for someone called Clint Ober. On Instagram, he really was the father of the grounding movements. And he believed that if you have pain in your body, you ground until it's gone. And he has seen the most remarkable impact by grounding people. People with MS whose pain within 15 minutes is completely resolved. It doesn't mean that you're then cured forever. Those people need to stay grounded for up to 16 hours a day to stay in a pain-free state, but then they can function normally. You can have a grounding mat at your desk. You'd either put your feet on it or your hands on it as you work. You want bare skin contact. You can get grounding straps, as I've said. You can sleep under grounding mats. And obviously the best thing to do is to come and enjoy Mother Nature, sit outside, and get grounded. This is something I like to do with my family as well. Get your kids involved, teach them as early as possible that these are things that Mother Nature has given us as a gift. God has blessed us with this in order to improve our health, and it's absolutely free. So the next thing that I like to do while I'm outside and I'm doing my grounding and I've had my lemon water is to work on some breathing. Now, oxygen is really important, obviously, in our systems, and disease thrives in an environment that doesn't have enough oxygen. So we want to make sure that we are flooding our body with oxygen a few times a day to really make sure that we are staying well. Now, as we get stressed throughout our day, we tend to breathe shallower and shallower. And so taking some time to really focus on doing some breathing is very important. Another thing that grounding does is it actually thins out your blood and it separates out your red blood cells. So for lots of us, our blood is quite thick, and the blood cells are all clumped together. And so if you prick your finger and put some of that blood under a microscope, you will see that the red blood cells are all clumped together. Now, if you ground, within 5 minutes, those red blood cells have separated out. Now, the amazing thing then is that you've got more surface area around each red blood cell, firstly, so they can carry more nutrients, more oxygen to the body, but also because the blood thins out, it can get into more nooks and crannies in the body. And so you might find that someone who is quite pale, as soon as they start grounding, they actually get color into them, which is quite remarkable. So we've grounded, our blood is now flowing. So what a great time to now do some breathing and make sure that we are delivering oxygen to the body. There are two kinds of breathing exercises that I quite like. I'm going to share both with you. So the first would be a 4-7-8 breathing. So you breathe in for 4 through your nose, hold for 7, and then breathe out through your mouth for 8. Now, this is quite gentle breathing. It's something that you can do while you're driving, if you're feeling stressed at the office and you just want to center yourself. But obviously, if you feel a head rush, then you just want to go back to normal breathing. And now remember, we are talking about diaphragmatic breathing. So when you breathe in, you really want to push out here in your stomach and you want to feel your diaphragm moving down. Now, what that's going to do is going to massage all the organs below the diaphragm, and it's going to pump the lymphatic system, which is your garbage disposal system, which is really exciting. So you're going to breathe in through your nose for 4, pushing out your stomach, using your diaphragm, hold for 7, and then you're going to breathe out through your mouth for the count of 8. And when you get to the end of that 8, you really want to push, wringing out any air that's left in your lungs so that when you breathe in again, you can fill it with clean air. So that is the first one. The second one would be my preferred way of breathing as you build in confidence. Now, this is Gary Brecker's version of Wim Hof breathing. If you want to follow him on Instagram, he is the ultimate human. He shares the most incredible health knowledge, and this is part of the morning routine that he recommends while outside and grounded. And so what he would recommend is that we're going to do 30 breaths in and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth, really intense breathing. And I like to think that I'm using this center part, sort of where my diaphragm connects just below my ribs, as a pump. So you're going to feel that really pumping in and out. Might feel a bit tight there. And that really shows that you need to loosen up that area. It's also because we don't always sit straight, and so that's where we end up getting congested. So you're going to sit straight and you're going to go in and out for 30. Okay, really like focusing on that breath. When you get to the 30th breath and you breathe out, you're just going to hold for as long as you can. No breathing in or out, you're just holding. You can move around a little bit if you want. So you're going to do that until you feel like you can't hold it anymore. And that is something that you can really push and stretch yourself in. And while you're doing that, your body is using that oxygen that it brought in through the 30 breaths, and it is flooding your body with that oxygen. The end of your hold, when you feel you can't hold it anymore, you're just going to do a normal breath to reset and then do another round. And we recommend doing that for 3 rounds every morning as you start your day. And obviously you could do it again at the end of the day. Also a great thing to do if you travel and you don't want to get jet lag, because your body will get used to that, knowing that that means it's now morning, I'm in the morning light, I'm grounded in that new place that I'm in, and now I'm doing my breathing. So it's a really nice habit to get into. So we've spoken about some really cool morning habits, drinking your lemon water, grounding, getting your eyes to the sky, and doing your morning breathing. It really could be a 10-minute routine in the morning, and is something that I really believe is going to change your trajectory. If you look back in 6 months and you've been doing this daily, I think you will be unrecognizable in terms of the changes in your health. So I like to end the sequence with some thankfulness. So I like to use the time just to pray, to set up my day, to thank God for everything that He's given me, to thank Him for the day to come, and then to ask Him if there's anything I need to let go of, any animosity, anxiety that I'm holding on to because of something I need to let go of, and ask God if He would reveal any of those things. And then go into my day from there. So I hope this has helped, and I hope that you're going to give some of these a try in your morning routine.